I'm afraid that Windows 10 has reached the end of life. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've made the decision. I must upgrade to Windows 11. Is there anyone here that wishes to join me?
I'll do it. I too shall install Windows 11.
You're very brave. Thank you.
The rest of you must leave.
I want to try Windows 11. Please, sir, let me upgrade to 11.
This is a mission you don't come back from. Stay with Windows 10 and enjoy your life.
Yes, sir. Long live Microsoft.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another super exciting video. I did it. I went back to Windows 10. I didn't want to, but I have a reason. Not officially, I put it on the test bench. So I've been having trouble with Windows 11. There's a video that I put out before. There was a couple of things that I didn't like about Windows 11. Just a couple things on an older system. My new computer has Windows 11, love it, no problems there. But as far as the test bench, where I test the GPUs, I run into issues. One of them was that every time you change the GPU, it has to reboot twice. And it didn't do that in Windows 10 before, and that's kind of annoying. Also, Windows 11 does not like old AMD GPUs, like really old ones. And so whenever I would put, let's say like an ATI Radeon or something in there, and I would try to install that old Radeon software, it didn't work. And it did work in Windows 10. And that's why you see me not testing any ATI GPUs, because I couldn't. And I didn't want to put Windows 10 back on just for that reason. But that's one of the reasons. So I want to be able to test multiple old GPUs, and Windows 11 just doesn't seem to like that. It would run one, maybe, but I ran into an issue where one of the GPUs I was trying to test, it had a Windows 10 driver, which should work in Windows 11, and it would just never work, no matter what I did. And then I tried to use the NDU thing where you remove all the drivers, and it screwed everything up. I had to install Windows 11 again, and it was just starting to get annoying. So that's one of the reasons why I put it back. Also, I've noticed that when I first did the comparison of Windows 10 and Windows 11, the memory usage was the same. And I made a video about that too. We tested. The memory usage was exactly the same. The performance was exactly the same. It didn't matter if it was Windows 10 or Windows 11. Then everything performed the same. But I did do a test, and actually now that Windows 11 is newer, it's been updated and updated and updated. I tested one game, and it was actually a little bit faster in Windows 10. And most people have said this, but when I did the test, this was back in It's actually a year ago. Everything was the same, so I don't know what changed, but there have been several Windows 11 updates since then. And also, like I said, legacy hardware, if I wanted to try to run an old device that does not have Windows 11 drivers, I can test it in the Windows 10 system. And like I said, usually you put the Windows 10 driver, it's fine. But there are some really old things that don't even have a Windows 10 driver. Their last driver is Windows 8, and you can't. The couple of things that I tried to make work, they didn't work in Windows 11 at all. So now, when I did my initial testing, we did not have the extended support. And that was the whole point of me just going to Windows 11 before Windows 10 ended, because I figured, well, it's not going to get updated anymore. You know, what's the point of keeping it? But some people said, actually, if the Windows doesn't update it anymore, it actually makes it more stable. Not secure, but stable. Like, if Windows 10 just stopped updating and it was always the same, it would always stay the same. You wouldn't have to worry about something not working. Whereas Windows 11, as I've run into now twice, it did some update and stuff stopped working. So it's kind of nice now. I did sign up for the extended support program. It was free. And now, outside of security updates, Windows 10 will stay exactly the same. It's kind of like people that used to use Windows 7 after Windows 10 came out. And they preferred that because it was what it was, right? So I guess that makes sense, especially if you're playing old games, emulator ROMs and stuff like that. You don't want it to just suddenly break one day, right? Windows 11 does some magic update and all your stuff stops working. And then also, this is just personal. I needed to be able to do Apple things, backups, software updates. I work on Apple phones, and I don't want to put any Apple software on my new computer because once you put Apple stuff on your computer, it's like impossible to get rid of. So I said no. I'm going to use the Windows 10 for that as well. But let's see here. What's installed and the memory usage right now. It's a little high. 5 should be. So if you say it's going to be half a gig goes to OBS for recording. So that's fine. So 4.5. Also, if you look here, here. Okay, there. As you can see, Edge is not running because I did the trick where I disabled Edge, and I made a video about that too. So now Windows 11 lately, when I do the trick to disable it, it comes back about every week, and I have to keep redoing it, and it's kind of annoying. But it's only been a couple days. It might come back, I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's nice to be able to not have Edge running all the time, especially if you don't use it. So So that's good. And then let's see, I have not removed anything really. So there's Apple, a couple utilities, Chrome, iTunes, Bing, which I use to get rid of Skype. And that's it. So it's kind of better than it used to be. And I think that for the test bench where I'm primarily testing, this is a DDR3 setup, a Xeon. You know, we're testing old GPUs that are before RTX. This is probably the way to go. It's just that I got so used to Windows 11 that's why I didn't go back. But I think it's fine now. So we'll see. The only thing I ran into is I tried to, because this is equivalent to a 3rd gen or 4th gen CPU. So it does not have the TPM. I tried to run Call of Duty on it, didn't work. And the other, I didn't make that video. The other Dell system that I picked up, or no, it was Acer and Dell. They're both 7th gen, so they actually did run Call of Duty. And so I have to find a newer motherboard at some point, but this one is just retired to old stuff. The thing is, these old GPUs that we test wouldn't run Call of Duty anyway. So that's fine. I don't really care about Call of Duty. It takes up so much space. It's like 100 gigs here, 100 gigs here, 100 gigs here. It's way too much, and it's not even that great. And then I'm not gonna buy the new one. I just play the free ones. So what happens if you click on Edge? Still loaded. But I disabled Edge. Let's see if it's running. Interesting. Let's go to the folder. Properties, MS Edge. Yeah, that's it. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if it works. I just don't want it on. Like in Windows 11, as soon as you go into the computer, it's just on forever. Even if you don't use it, it's just always loaded. You can't turn it off. You disable it, it comes back after 30 minutes, and it's just terrible. But that's fine. Let's see, 1217. All right, anyway, we'll have an update later, but that's the reason why I put Windows 10 on here, is so that I can do older things. So let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you later.